good day and welcome to TWF The Way Forward Talks. And after a long gap, we are back with a bang with a very important and special person. Before going to his introduction, TWF is a company where we are into life skills, education skills, and also soft skills, especially bridging the gap between campus to corporate and beyond. So it's a prime focus we want to give to this person who has been the backbone of many companies. He has put his sweat and blood into many companies and they have thrived to where they are today. He is now spending all his knowledge on companies and giving them the various advices, and he's doing a wonderful job where the companies reap results and they are getting to various level of success. To go back into his history of what he has done over the years, he's a postgraduate diploma in business management from St. Joseph's College, MBA in production management from Ramaya Institute of Management, certified internal auditor of ISO 9000, trained in Xerox model of TQM mentor for startup approved by Government of India under MARG scheme, ZED certified consultant from QCI. So there's a lot of terms in this which I have to learn from him, and I'm very honored to have him on the forum. Welcoming Mr. Thangaraj of VT and Associates. Welcome to the forum, sir.
Good morning, Amrita. Thank you very much for this wonderful introduction. I think this is much more than what I really expected. Anyway, let's go ahead, get going. Shoot the questions. I am ready.
Super. So, sir, actually, your knowledge and skill sets will be a wonderful add-on to the people who are there and who are watching. And I'm sure that this is going to be a very important episode of TWF Talks. So let's go into the questions. As I mentioned, you have a lot of experience, diverse set of experience, which has become a foundation for your versatile auditory activities. How do you use it and how do you go with the auditory activities?
Oh, you have come to the very core of my strength on straight away. Very good. Thanks for asking me this. Right from my younger days, I had a concept. I have to be a jack of all trade. Actually, when I used to go for the interview, when if I say this, they would ask me, "Oh, you are master of none." But mastery came to me along the line in my practice of jack of all trade, and that is the reason how I got the diverse experience.
Wonderful, wonderful. So actually, that is a very good phrase. I mean, say people say it in a very different way, but I'm very happy to hear that and learn from it. Wonderful. So, with your various backgrounds, your knowledge of all concepts you have within you, which part of your career was most challenging, and how did you navigate it?
Uh, Looking back at history, during 1992, there was a foreign exchange crisis. The entire country was reeling in foreign exchange crisis. I was working for an electronic company with 60% of import content in the product. Now, how the import can be taken place when there is a crisis? Government stopped all the open general license. Everything was a standstill, and this was a very crucial moment. And this is my mid age, where that is my prime performing age of 40 plus around that time. So, but we as a company, I won't claim their entire credit for running the company, but we as a company, we could manage in those tough times also. We got a supplier credit of 1 year, which was one of the basis for which the license would be given. And with my company's background, we got the credit, and I was instrumental to go and get the license sanctioned for us, and we kept our company in production on stream and going. We never in our company removed even one employee. The whole world was whole India was reeling, but we never removed even one employee, and that is a very landmark tough phase in my life. I cannot forget.
Good. I'm happy. I think failure is the stepping stone to success, or tough times are stepping stones to success. And I think those times have made you a stronger person, and really appreciate that, you never had to remove an employee during those tough times also, because that is one important thing that we are facing today with the connection between employer and employee. Sometimes it becomes difficult, and I think you have done a wonderful job, the whole company. So
It's
great job.
always an exodus. If you look at the foreign companies and all that, suddenly they will recruit thousands of people, and one fine morning they are all given pink slip.
Combination.
So,
Yes.
but we did not do that. Our management did not do that.
Appreciate them. Kudos to the team and the management for that really great heart and great, visualization of not removing anything but making it a success. So great about that. Superb. So now going on to your advisory role again. What skills did you develop in your whole career? Of it's a huge long time that you have worked, sir, and that so many years you would have learned so many new skills. What were those few skills which you want to highlight now that you are using as an advisor?
See, the resourcefulness, the industriousness, and very sincere attempt. These are all certain fundamental qualities one has to develop. See, one fundamental feeling of mine is I will always find a space when people find a wall.
Mhm.
I was working as a part of a management team of a company. I was the non-technical person. The entire team was technical people, and it was a company where we got foreign collaboration. The technology was collaborated. We set up our own design and development unit, and but with everything boils down to management. With all the technique and technology, ultimately what boils down to the success of the company is management. I was facing always the tough task of execution of the more in most hostile condition. And as you polish the diamond, it shines more and more. The more tougher situations has really polished my career, and that is how I am in a better position to advise my clients with the tough going what I had in my career. And I should thank all my managers who were working with me to giving me that tough situation for me to handle. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. So really, thanks to all those managers, and really remembering them at this moment is valuable. I'm sure they will remember you watching this. So great. Going on, what are some common challenges organizations face when implementing growth plans? Because you're an advisor, you will know how the company is growing and what are the key challenges they face when they are growing.
Basically, in a commercial or an industrial situation, the focus is only on sustaining and creating volumes, and they only concentrate on that. As a result of that, the they don't really concentrate on the right processes. The systems and methods which is applicable for a tiny company is not valid for a company of about 40 or 50 people, or a little bit bigger small scale company. And
Mhm.
again, like that, as the size of the company advances, they have to really uh, upgrade themselves to meet to the upcoming challenges, and this generally does not happen. They are all very busy only sustaining and carrying on with their activities, so all other things takes a back seat. Now, when they are going to get saturated, then something more is not possible, some growth is not possible. That is the time they wake up, and by the time lot of water would have flown. And as a consultant, I pitch into that. I set the entire company culture differently for the growth prospects, and take them forward from there where they are to the next higher heights.
Very nice, very nice. So I think your knowledge as a whole and your experience and your persona is actually helping the companies, and really appreciate that effort that you're putting in. Even after so many years, you want to share that knowledge and help the companies grow to the next level. That visionary in you is wonderful. So moving on, you mentioned about the QMS certifications and you've been certified as a QMS certified consultant. So how do you help your clients on quality management system implementation, and what are the benefits of doing quality management system implementation?
In real sense, quality management systems are great enablers to set up a individual business or to run it profitably. It is not extraneous to the business. It has to be part of the business. It helps to profitably handle the market, people, review the processes, have continuous improvement, and most of all, the required customer satisfaction. Certainly, there is no shortcut either for quality or success. There are certain myths about quality management systems. Quality management systems is an extraneous process that people feel. No, it is not. It is part of the system. How to do your system in a better way, your processes in a better way is the guideline which is there. But quality management system does not dictate anything. You set your own goals, your own processes, your own standards, and you go by that. And it is said that quality management system requires a lot of huge documentation. No, again, it is there is documentation. Without documentation, quality management systems are not there. But those documents are necessary for even for the industry to run. They are the basic requirement, but there are certain guidelines in which way that it has to be done or maintained, and the continuity should be there. It cannot be broken. Now, whenever it is convenient to document, whenever it's not convenient, not documenting, this quality management system makes people to work in a systematic fashion and do the documentation so that they reap the benefit of it. And I focus in this particular perspective only. Therefore, my clients, whether they are really following the ISO process or not, but they get the benefit because they are adhering to the systematic approach.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So Thangaraj sir means system and system means Thangaraj sir. I think that can be
Thank
said
you.
in this.
Thank you. Thank
Nice,
you.
nice. Appreciate that. Super. So, how do you help your clients stay ahead of the industry trends? Because we know that this is going to change or this is going to happen. We can predict it. So, how do you make sure that they are going with the flow of it and they are ahead of it?
This question looks so simple, but staying ahead of others in the industry is a phenomenal task. It's not one-upmanship that basically, how do you build your foundation to build a sustaining organization with hunger for growth? This basically requires real hunger and willingness to dedicate the resources what is required. With me around, this becomes just simple and easy as long as they are not hesitant to invest where it warrants, and with the hunger and with my passion for growth, things happen very easily.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. I can see that in your aura. The passion for growth and energy is always there. And I really appreciate that. Seeing you, a lot of people get energy, and I'm one of them. So thank you so much for energizing the people around and
Thank you.
motivating
Thank you.
everyone. So keep that going. Going on, so there are a lot of things we see in companies, and what sets a company apart in terms of quality of service to your clients and your long-term sustenance in the guidance. What is the difference between you and others and your VT and associates company?
Basically, since I am a professional or a manager turned consultant, if you see any company, any manager for that position, whatever the position they are, they always look at there's a starting point, there's an ending point. But for a owner of the company or the director of the company or the board, there is no starting point, ending point. They have to look at all the things and they are responsible for everything. So therefore, there is no shortcut. We have to really look at the benefit for the stakeholders, but you cannot change the ground rules overnight. The best is what is needed in the situation is what I advise, and it is through my perception I understand that, and on that basis I give the service to the people. Like people say, Rome is not built in one day. If anyone wants anything, they need to work for it, and we set the stage for the performance based on a good working culture and the foundation.
Beautiful, beautiful, very nice. So, how long is VT and Associates, sir, now? How many years into this?
Um, it's about 6 years after I retired from my previous employer at the age of 65. The feeling in with my management was, now you are already 65, you have paid all your housing loan and all that. Better spend your time with your grandchildren and enjoy your the rest of the life. But I am not cut out for that. Then I was thinking, what I have taken support or help from so many people in my career to be established. Now I'll have to give back to the society also. Otherwise, the knowledge what I have acquired during my long span of 5 decades will go waste along with me in the to the grave. So therefore, I started this company, VT and Associates. I am helping the management, and I'm helping every individual employee also. I take a special care in training people. The reason is, during my younger days I really came up with a very difficult tough task. Opportunities were not coming, or equal opportunity was not available. But that's again a complaint box. I don't believe in the complaint box. You have to work something to see that you get out of that. The entire world is the same for everybody. You
Yes,
have to be somebody special to get out of the situation. And that is how I came out. I learned a lot of things, and
beautiful.
that I actually distribute and make little money also to keep me going.
100%, sir. The monetary benefits are very important and that keeps us running. And that energy is always needed. And your motivation to others is making them run their business. So, really appreciate that. And as you were saying, the owners of the business, they are very, they don't have the beginning or the end. They also don't have weekends. Weekends also we are working. So, that's a very valid, as an owner of business, I would like to add that. And actually, when we put effort into our business, 100% results are sure. With a, I think with a mind like yours, it's going to be way faster. So really appreciate that. Super. So going on, so how do you measure the success of an entrepreneur? Very important question. I think many people are waiting for this. They'll be taking notes. So please, your answer.
See, actually, success has many dimensions. In fact, it is measured with the money, the growth, the turnover, the output, the productivity, and so many and so forth. But according to me, if the entrepreneur does not refuse to accompany his family for an occasion or an outing, has a good night's sleep, and does not default on his payments, is the most successful entrepreneur. This is my definition.
So balancing life and success and entrepreneurship is what you will say is the biggest benefit or biggest success measurement. Okay. So
No,
once. Hmm.
you see the reality. Every businessman, they acquire a lot of health issues, and with the mood changing, mood swinging, and personal life gets affected so very much. But
Yes.
if one is capable of balancing all that and making all the payments on time, keeping people happy with them, that's the best entrepreneur, or he is the most successful entrepreneur according to me.
Wonderful. So one more question, sir, on the spot question. How do you do work-life balance? How can one person do work-life balance?
Work like?
Work-life balance. How to manage work and life together?
See, there are certain very basic things. Our family upbringing also. You will have to have a little bit of sense of satisfaction in whatever what you do.
Okay.
You will have to feel whatever you have got it. You should be happy about it. You can, I'm not saying you should not have desire or you should not want to grow. You should not aim for higher, but you will have to always have a method or the patience to achieve that.
Mhm.
Now, in today's world, people have no time. They don't have any time for anything. They want to do it very, very, very fast. And in that, it becomes hybrid, and lot of things go haywire. So
Mhm.
you have to be personally be satisfied in what you are doing. Aim for a higher plane or a level, and work for it in a continuous basis. And that gives a very sustained growth. And in a very happy way, you will do it. A dissatisfied person we'll have a dissatisfied environment. A satisfied person will create a good, satisfying environment, and that is only the key.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So the mind is the mirror of your life. So the way your mind is, your life also becomes that way fruitful. So very, very happy to hear those words. And I think people should start following it. And I'll also look into the same direction. Going on to the next thing. So we are talking about business and about the entrepreneurs. Now talking about your clients and how will you mentor your clients for building successors of or second line of the business.
Today, if you see, so many businesses whom I have personally come across, the second generation or the next generation, they don't want to take up family business. They never like, they want to do something else. As a result, many companies which are held by seniors is available, or it only operates at a very very you know very minimum level. Then, in fact, day before yesterday, I met one businessman, and I was saying, I help companies to grow. Now I want to connect with you. He said, I am 72 years. Now, what is that I want to do? No, leave me alone. Let me keep going where I am there, and my family is not interested to develop my business. So, this kind of thought process has set in. Now, uh, therefore, come again. What is the question now? I missed my chain of thought.
No, how do you mentor the current clients
Yeah,
to have a
exactly.
second line?
So, I got it. See, therefore, you have to have your next in command from the when there is no need, you should start doing it.
Mm.
Then when you really need it, then it becomes handy. Now if you are not, if you are going to look at a solution at the fag end, when you really want people, things don't happen. Therefore I always advocate that every manager should build his second manager, so that if the second level person comes to his position, he can go to a next higher position. Growth really happens in this fashion, and if it happens like that, is very very healthy growth. Everybody grows together.
100%.
I
So
mean, I
yes,
I answered you rightly.
perfectly amazing. So my another add-on I would like to say is knowledge transfer from the day one. So once you get that person, start giving him knowledge and upbringing him in a level that you are wherever you are giving him the knowledge and he comes to your level. So very nice, very
I would
nice.
want to add one more. I would
Yes,
want to add one more thing. Why people don't transfer knowledge to the other next level is feeling of insecurity.
100%.
Now, if I am going to teach everything, now what will happen? Now he may surpass or he may go away. See, there are so many other ways how to retain with people, be in the society or community. There are so many other things which can be done, and because of our own insecurity, the growth of the organization cannot be stopped, and our own growth should not stop because of that kind of insecure feeling. You will have to take a little bit of a overall view, and uh, train the people closer to you, and have a substitute always. We always say nobody is indispensable to the company. So
Mm.
if people have to be dispensable, there should be systems in place, so things happen in a very continuous fashion without any disturbance of people.
Wonderful, wonderful, sir. So very well put, actually, I will say. Very nice. Finally, so
Thank you.
I think it was a very good session of understanding and learning and rejoicing the knowledge that you are giving us. So I am actually fully energized, and my day forward is going to be beautiful. So now I would like
Thank you.
you to give the few takeaways to the current generation and the younger managers and the people who are growing in the business, how to grow further and how to make it bigger.
I think this is some of the customary question the interviewer asks. See, advice and knowledge and information is available in plenty. You just go to a YouTube or you go to Google. So much is available. But still, since you asked me, I will tell you. My observation, as I told you earlier, also, people are in a very great hurry. You cannot do things in a hurry. Every process has got its own time requirement, and if you allow the process to happen as per its time requirement, nothing fails. So people should have that kind of a patience, and there is no shortcut for success or quality. I have seen that all my life. So if you anything you want, and now people have that some kind of a shortcut mind. Not now, it has been there always. Now whatever people talk about now today, it has been there always. There are some people who always want to do things in a shortcut manner. In fact, sometimes when I am speaking, oh, this man is very laborious, very methodical, very theoretical. No, it is not. It is the fundamentals. If you understand properly and you go through the right process, definitely the success will be available to you. And I only deplore people to be patient and be pragmatic and be very, very sincere to their work. If definitely they will attain success. My
Um,
all the best wishes to the youngsters.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think I can see that legendary and heroic message coming from a very vivid knowledge and beautiful knowledge oriented person. Your focus and your knowledge has kept growing, and I can see that in the energy you're giving up nowadays. So really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, sir, for having time for us, and we are honored to have you on TWF Talks, and looking forward to many more sessions with you to get the knowledge deep and further. Thank you so much, Thangaraj, sir.
Thank you, Amrita. Thank you. It was a very nice thing. It was very pleasurable to me to share my knowledge with you. And my whole purpose is, if people who hear this speech, if at least one person is going to get benefited out of that, and that is the purpose of this talk, and I'll be very happy about it. Thank you
I'm
so much.
I'm sure there are many people going to get benefited and energized by this. So looking forward to that. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day.